I am Supreme, and this is message number 8 of Supreme Oracle Freestyles for the Chosen. You will know when you are chosen because my messages will resonate with your soul. We are chosen because we are here to prove to the world that God, the universe, spirit, energy, frequency, and vibration is all real. Being chosen is a blessing and a curse because we are the example of not only what happens when you are aligned, but also what happens when you are not aligned. The universe has placed us in the spotlight of this example, so you can't run from it. You know, we constantly complain, why is everybody worried about me? You could be doing the same thing somebody else do, but it's always when you do it that makes a difference. Whether it's at work, in your family, in the court of law, whatever the case might be. That is why, because you are chosen. So one way or the other, you cannot run from being chosen. So you might as well cooperate with it and understand that your life is an example of integrity, of aligning yourself with universal laws that govern the human condition. The world needs examples. So you got to ask yourself, are you setting good examples or are you an example of what not to be? Is life setting you up to be an example of what happens when you do right, treat people right? You don't have to be perfect. When you respond right in ways that protect your energy, even if it makes you look like a sucker, you know, or you taking the easy way out and letting things go, while other person will be like, I would have never let that shit go. You got to let that person know that's the difference between me and you. Because I don't give that situation, that person, place, or thing my energy. You have bigger fish to fry with your energy. So, we are human, so we need direction because we have emotions just like everybody else. And as a matter of fact, being chosen, we are more connected to humanity than humanity is connected to their own individual beings. We know how to connect. So you are responsible for what you understand, to make sure we don't take advantage of our connection to people. Because we are connected and aware of things about people that they're not even aware of within themselves. We are the guardians of those aspects of the human condition that people are not even aware of. So we are protectors, or either we are people who take advantage of those areas that people are unaware of. So be careful when you are chosen out here living the life that you're living, because one thing you will learn, you cannot beat God. So you might as well cooperate with nature. Nature will fuck you up and put you in the spotlight as an example of what happens to an individual when you fuck with God. But nature will also put you in the spotlight and make sure people see what happens to you when you are living in alignment with your true self, your true nature. All of your blessings will be broadcasted, and no weapon formed against you can prosper. So you got to make a choice. Chosen, what end are you going to be on? And this is where I come in at. These messages will bring you guidance. The parking lot. When the parking lot card shows up, the parking lot means I'm talking to an individual that is going through a situation in your life where you're going to have to learn by going through some things. Okay? You can't avoid everything. I feel like I'm talking to somebody. You're like a person in a car lot. This parking lot is full of cars. The universe is testing you and asking you, do you know which one of these cars have gas? In this parking lot, there's only one car in this parking lot that has gas. And if you can choose that right car, you can have it. Only one car in that parking lot is going somewhere. How do you know which car it is? You don't at first sight. You're going to have to get in. You're going to have to test the spirit. I feel like I'm talking to somebody. Life is testing you right now. And it's testing you because there is a blessing on the other side of this test. But you have to know, you cannot judge a book by its cover. Because when you do, you will be like that person standing in a parking lot full of cars. And only one of those cars have gas. How are you going to find out which car that is? They're all different, or maybe they all are unique and different, or they're all the same, but only one of them is going somewhere. You may be in a room full of people in your life right now where not everybody's going somewhere. Just because everybody has a name, just because everybody has a body, just because everybody has a job, just because everybody has money, just because everybody has a house, just because everybody has a car, just because everybody's married with children, does not mean that they are going somewhere in life. Isn't that something? And you can have a person that doesn't have all of that, but yet they're going somewhere in life. Some people, they only get somewhere in the world. They never get nowhere in life. There's a difference. Money can't take you places in life. Only your own energy and development can take you places in life that all the money in the world can never take you. Your energy can have you in rooms that all the money in the world will not have you in. And this is the lesson that you are here to learn. This is who I'm talking to. That is who I'm talking to. This is what you're here to learn. I'm going to pull a chart and elaborate on how you're going to learn this. This is a freestyle. Oh, we're going to freestyle up in here. Then we're going to talk about it. Who am I talking to, Spirit? I have their attention. Who am I talking to? Open up a chart and talk to the individual whose attention I have right now. Taurus in the 11th house. Let's pull a chart of when Taurus is in the 11th house. Taurus is the energy of money, material, possessions. And isn't that something? The 11th house is the house of groups, circles, groups of people in a room. Okay? The 11th house is the house of humanity at large. Every race, every religion, every walk of life, every unique lifestyle that people have, because they have a right to exist and do whatever the fuck they want to do. That's the 11th house. There are no big I's or little U's in the 11th house. That's Leo energy. Leo is the big I, the big great I am. Not in the 11th house. The 11th house is the group. Leo is important too, because a lot of times the people in the group have no direction. And a lot of times people in the group can have no pride. And pride is necessary. Direction is necessary. Oh, big Leo is necessary. We need that leadership. But also, we need to understand we are our own person. And that's what the 11th house is all about. Because, see, we do things in the 11th house that Leo got too much pride to do. So we need that pride. We need that reality check. When we living out our 11th house, we need that lion that's going to help us with our pride and help us see what we doing. Because in the 11th house, we don't give a fuck. We don't have that type of pride where we want a round of applause. We don't give a fuck what people think when we're in the 11th house. We are our own person. We don't care if we go into hell in Leo's book. But Leo is important. But this is not Leo's house. This is Aquarius's house. Let's talk about it. We love you, Leo. But this is not your reading. We're talking about Aquarius. And we're talking about Taurus in Aquarius's house. We're talking about how we get money doing what we do, whether it's right or wrong. When Taurus is in the 11th house, guess what's rising? Cancer, the home and family. I'm talking to somebody. This parking lot of cars is you and your family right now. You and your family. Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. This is what you're going through in your own family. Now, Venus rules Taurus. I have the planetary alignments in front of me, September 12th, 2025. And we're going to speak from those planetary alignments for this message. Let's follow Venus. Where's Venus? Venus is in Leo. Venus is in Leo. Y'all know I didn't come here to talk about Leo. We love you, Leo. I didn't come here to talk about you. I didn't come here to down you, but obviously this message is about you, Leo. This message. And I'm not just talking to a person that's a Leo. I'm talking to somebody that has a lot of Leo energy. Isn't this something? Now, Leo, Venus and Leo. Venus and Leo, look where Leo is at though. See, when Taurus is in the 11th house, look where Leo is. Leo is in the second house of money, and that's Taurus's house. The second house belongs to Taurus, but Taurus is up here in the 11th house, getting that money like a lion the way they get it, regardless of what other motherfuckers think. Wherever you have Leo energy, that's where you have the big dog at. That's where you dominate. Leo is our dominant lion in us. We all have Leo energy. And when your Leo energy is in the second house of money, that means you dominate the arena of money. And not only do you dominate the area of money, your pride is not about a round of applause. Your pride is in doing what the fuck you love to do, whether other people like it or not. That's a special type of lion. That's the type of lion you don't want to fuck with, because that's a lion that doesn't even need a round of applause. The part of you that gets money is the part of you that's different from other lions. So most lions, they do what brings attention. They do what brings them in a round of applause. They do what makes people proud. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm speaking to a special type of lion. A special type of Leo energy. And you are battling in your family. Why? What is this about? Where's the moon at, since Cancer's coming first? The moon is in Taurus today. Look at that. Energy don't lie. The moon is in Taurus. You are that family member. You are that family member. You got to stop accepting a round of applause, doing things that's going to make your family proud of you. That's over. As of this reading, no more round of applause because you're not going nowhere. You have to break out of that box. Everybody's not going to be happy for you when it comes to your way of getting money and succeeding in life. You got to take care of yourself. I know your parents want you to go to college. Your grandparents want you to have this career. They want you to keep the family vision alive and the family business or whatever. And it's just for some reason you're not feeling that. You're feeling other things. And these other things you feel like people don't understand. But those other things you have to do because eventually it's going to turn into a source of mental health. Don't let your family become the source of your mental health. You have to be you. You have to do you. And they're going to have to understand that and they're going to respect that. They don't have to like you. They don't have to love you no more. But they're going to respect you because you're going to stand up and be you. But you want to make sure you do it without hurting nobody. You don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. Especially your family because they do love you. Your parents love you. You got to learn how to be you and all of you without hurting nobody's feelings. Look at that. Money and material. That is a Taurus energy card. We're talking about money. Now, this is ninth house. This ninth house is talking about Pisces energy. Pisces energy is in the ninth house. This could be talking about your spiritual higher knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, which is where your money's coming from. Okay? You have a higher mind. The ninth house is Sagittarius' house. Where's Sagittarius at? In the sixth house. This is going to be your daily routine job. You have an energy in you that's going to be getting money daily. Your riches are going to come. I feel like I'm talking to a preacher, a teacher, but not the type of Christian preacher or not the type of a Muslim preacher on the pulpit or whatever. I'm talking to somebody who is a spiritual teacher. You could be a tarot card reader. You could be an astrologer. You could be an oracle. There is some type of spiritual art and craft that you have. Leo energy, that art and craft. Pisces energy, the spirituality of the art and craft. You belong to a group of people because 11th house is your tribe. You belong to a group of people, a group of wealthy individuals who secure their existence on this earth by bringing spiritual awareness to people. The very thing that I'm doing with what I'm doing right here. This is your tribe. We are your tribe. And we're out here, we're chosen. We're out here proving to the world that the spirit realm is real. Your gift is real. The ether is real. Energy, frequency, and vibration is real. Tarot is real. Oracle is real. Astrology is real. Let's follow Pisces. Let's follow Pisces. Then we're going to talk about this. Lovers and friends in the second house. That's where Leo is at. And that's where Venus is. Okay? This is Venus card. Okay? And it's in the second house where Leo is. We're going to talk about that. But first, let's follow this spiritual knowledge. Or we're going to talk about this. Energy don't lie. I told you the shit is real. All right. So let's follow Pisces by following Neptune. Let's see what Neptune is doing. Neptune rules Pisces. Neptune is in Aries. Neptune is in Aries. Where's Aries at? In the 10th house of success. Oh yeah. You are a pioneer. You are a spiritual pioneer. You're here to succeed. That's the only way you're going to succeed. is doing what you love to do. That spiritual art and craft that you have, that gift that you have that you are afraid to reveal. You're going to have to let it out. You don't even like to talk about it. Gemini in the 12th house. You don't even like to talk about it. But you're going to have to talk about it. You're going to have to talk about it. You're going to have to talk about it. Where's Mars at? Because Mars rules Aries, the part of you that's going to succeed. Mars is in Libra. And Libra is the energy of lovers and friends. This lover and friend is like a business partner. That Leo energy is a business partner. Business partnership. Okay? Now, Venus is in the 4th house. Libra. Venus rules Libra and Taurus. I feel like there's somebody in your family that's going to help you. There's somebody in your family that knows that you are hiding who you really are. And they also know that what you are hiding is the most beautifulest aspect of yourself. They see you. And this is your friend in the family. We do have friends in our family. We do have family that we develop friendship with. You may not like everybody in your family, but let me tell you something. You do have a friend in your family. And if this is not talking about the friend in your family, this is talking about the lover that you grew up with in the same neighborhood, somebody that's from where you're from. That's the 4th house. They don't have to always be in your family. The 4th house, I mean, I hope it's not in your family. But the 4th house is also somebody you have a history with. And you'll find out that energy because it's in Leo. Venus in Leo. Venus is in Leo. Where's the sun at? Because the sun rules Leo. The sun is in Virgo right now. And where's Virgo? Right there in the 3rd house. This just might be one of your siblings because the 3rd house in a family chart, the 4th house, the 3rd house is the house of siblings. This just might be a sibling of yours, or an aunt or an uncle, because this could also represent the parents' siblings. This represents the cousins, the uncle, the aunt, the cousin, and the sibling. Okay? Now, the 3rd house is also the neighbor. So if it's one of the lovers that, like I was saying, you don't want it to be in your family, because see, that would be incest. So the 4th house would then mean that this is somebody that you grew up with, a history with. And this could be one of your neighbors, somebody you used to work with, somebody you used to go to work with. Y'all used to work at the same job. And this could be somebody who's of a different race than you and your family. This could be that friend of yours that's of a different race, a different culture. So only you know who that is. That's going to be my Supreme Oracle freestyle for you today. Message number 8. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell button so you'll be notified when I drop these freestyles. If you want a personal reading with me, reach out to me in my email, which is also in the link below as well. Y'all be blessed.